Hello, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, A Game of Thrones. In our first episode, we introduced Lord Edmund Tully of the Riverrun and his liege, King Heron. We got a feel for the political situation. We betrothed our two eldest daughters, and we were drawn into a war with the Lannisters. And it's only been 3 weeks. So good times. King Heron, who we don't like, because he's Ironborn, and we're not. He's decided to press his claim, and he's called up our levies. And a lot of other levies too, from the looks of it. So I don't believe that I'll be commanding any of these troops, because I'm not a commander of the army. I am actually Master of Laws of the Iron Isles, even though I hate King Heron. So all I can say is I hope we win this war. What else is there to do? Diplomacy is my best trait at 35, and everything else is in the mid-20s. Looks like these are his troops. I can still call out my personal levies, and those of my vassals. I don't think I want to do that. What can I do with King Heron? I can resign from the council. I can transfer a vassalage. Or I can offer to join his war. I don't believe I want to do that. We're at war with King Lauren of the Rock. The only thing I can really do is plot to kill him. I don't think that would have much chance of success. So let's see how he does. He commands me to call up my armies. I can support him, ignore him, or ask him about civil war. I don't want a war with him. He did declare this war, as far as I know. I'm not really inclined to go to bat for him. Maybe I will call up some, just as a show, a token, if you will, of my solidarity. So this is a little bit different than the vanilla Crusader Kings game. Wars in the Empire tier mean that the Empire will fracture, and now I get to pick a side, with all the other lords as well. If I remain neutral, his opinion of me will be -10 for 10 years. I feel like that's not so bad. Again, my opinion of him is still way worse than him of me. So I will not concern myself for now. This is displeasing. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. So at the moment, I do not have a liege. I'm de facto independent until the war is over. And then assuming I'm not at war with King Heron, I'll just go straight back into his empire. So I would take that to mean that I need to sit this one out for now. But if I see that he's losing, maybe I do want to declare myself independent. And he won't have the resources to push back too much. But that's probably a risky strategy. So let's wait and see. I definitely don't get as much visibility as I would if I was part of the war. So it's hard to tell what exactly is going on. The peasants are singing my name because of my generosity. Thank you. Thank you. So it's time for me to pick an education for Celia. She is already a pretty good steward and not a bad diplomat. She is betrothed to Harris. He's coming along okay. Seems like a good lad. Celia is patient, which means most of her stats are up by 1. So I'll say I want her to be good with numbers. She's not our primary heir, so just basic. Looks like most of Heron's vassals joined the war. Only us and the neighbors, Blackwood, are independent. There is no better man at increasing the face opinion of me or to teach me to become a more pious man than my septum Manfred. So he can talk to the church for me, or he can talk to me about the church. And I can gain plus 0.1 piety per month. I think that's going to be more important in the long run than the opinion of one of my vassals. Talk to me about the church. It seems like both of my allies in Seaguard and Southstone have decided to join my liege's war. So I don't think I stand much of a chance if I want to declare independence at the moment. King Heron has twice as many troops, and I'm not very experienced at the military aspect of this game, so we need to be careful. At first you were overjoyed to learn that Lysa was pregnant, but the joy turned to rage as she confessed that you are not the father. Unbelievable. I did not see that one coming. I thought we were having a great relationship. It was Sir Manfred, my courtier. What can we do with you, my good man? So apparently my opinion of him is -1, but it has not been influenced by his infidelity with my wife. She is lustful, so spending all that time in Harrenhal, maybe I should have known better. This will have to be dealt with. I guess that's true. My wife is now known as the Unchaste. So, cool. What does this say? I have a righteous imprisonment of either one of them. I am not going to imprison her. Sir Manfred. Oh, there we go. Now it's changed. I've been cuckolded. -100%. Rival, -100%. So yes, you are going in the dungeon. Only 60% chance. Based on our intrigue. We got him. I'm tempted to leave him in there to rot. What are my other options? I can send him to the wall. That's pretty cool. I can execute him. I can throw him in the oubliette, which is basically a dungeon that he'll stay in the rest of his life. Which won't be very long, to be honest. I'll lose 10 piety if I throw him in the dungeon. And I'll gain the trait Cruel. If I send him to the wall, I lose 15 gold, but I gain 20 piety. I feel like that has to be the right decision. I want to send him to the wall. At least he won't be getting busy with my wife. I am going to revoke her title. This will change her opinion of me by -30. I really don't think I should care at this point, right? No, yeah, her opinion of me is way higher than my opinion of her. So you, my dear, are no longer regent. You are the Unchaste. I'm going to name my sister, Winifred, as regent. She was trained as a steward. So it turns out that Iron King Heron is not winning the war over Byford against King Lorne of the Rock. I'm still not sure we're going to be able to declare independence, but we're not friendly with our liege, and he's going to be less powerful. So that's probably a good thing. So Lord Edmund is now known as the Imperious. So I'm not sure why that is. I mean, I feel like we've been a pretty fair ruler so far. Othin has come to me, and he's pointed out that Lord Walter of Deddington maybe is not being so forthcoming in his dealings with me. I'm going to ask politely. He has responded in a very indignant manner. I don't think that was called for. I did ask politely. He doesn't like me very much, so that's fine. The poor do like me. I'm doing a lot of good work for them through the faith of the Seven. Unfortunately, Manissa has died of pneumonia. So we now have a new heir. It's Celia, and she is betrothed in a typical patriarchal marriage to the heir to the High Lordship of Southstone. So that means that if all goes according to plan at the moment, we will already be out of titles when Edmund dies. Should I make a big event out of the funeral? I don't think so. She was only a child. So she's only 8, and they're not married yet. So theoretically, I don't have to go through with that. But what I am going to go through with is building up my military a little bit. So if that really becomes an issue, I can probably deal with it. We'll get a military training ground in. That's basically all of my money. And given that's the case, I'm going to raise taxes on my cities. Again, that'll hurt their opinion of me. I'm not worried about it at the moment. The lords have approved. Another vassal seems like he wants to talk behind my back. Again, we'll treat the situation lightly. His response has been much more polite, so I'm very appreciative, Lord Stevron. Question, Lord Stevron. Would you like to betroth your son to my daughter in a matrilineal marriage? No, you would not. You'd be happy to do it if there were your kids or grandkids. So no, I don't want to do that at the moment. Thank you very much. You're dismissed. So apparently the war is over. I don't believe that the Iron King Heron has won. But I do believe that means I'm subsumed back into his empire. So Liza has given birth to the bastard, Walter Tully. Reminder that Sir Manfred is at Castle Black. And woe is me, my opinion of Walter is minus 30%. Now. King Heron has come to me, and he wants to know if I want my position on the council back. So do I want to be the master of laws? My inclination is yes, but that's going to give me a hard time having another child or managing Riverrun. I'm going to take the job though. So Walter is now Walter Rivers because of course that's how bastards work in Westeros. He is at my court in Riverrun. I don't think that I want to plot to imprison or kill him. Let's not rule it out though. To be fair, he has a pretty good opinion of me at 2 days old because I'm a pretty good liege. Okay, now we're really getting into something here. Lord Ronald of Atranta has joined the Independence faction, as has Lord Ballman of Hayford. You'll see over here that Lord Lyman of Butterwell is the leader of the Independence faction. And they have quite a few members. Lord Dennis, Lord Adam, Lord Arnold, Lord Ballman, and Lord Ronald. And I can join the faction myself. So seeing as how my opinion of my liege is minus 69, and his opinion of me is minus 29, and of course he's a foreigner and a heretic and an interloper, I think indeed it is time I join the Independence faction myself. If I'm reading this right, we're up to 186% of the military strength of our liege. So I think that bodes pretty well. Some good news. Celia is responding very well to her tutelage. She has improved her skills and is advancing her knowledge every day. Maester Baron, I appreciate your concern. Thank you very much. So I'm still working on my military training ground, so if there is a war to come, I should be ready when it happens. So Lord Lyman is the leader of the Independence faction, and if I go to him, I can either plot to fabricate treason and convince the Iron King Heron that this guy is trouble, or alternatively, I can encourage Lord Lyman to incite a revolt. That honestly is probably what I would rather do. I'm hoping this war for independence kicks off soon. I haven't done too many plots or espionage so far, and I'm willing to give this one a go. We want to be at war with King Heron, cause screw that guy. More people joining the Independence faction. We're up to 211%, over double the Legion's military capacity. And remember, every day that passes, we're getting closer to completing our construction of a military training ground in Riverrun. So this is all shaping up nicely in my opinion at the moment. Of course, if we know anything about Game of Thrones, that can all turn around in a hurry. If I was King Heron though, I would be worried, that's true. You have to say. It looks like something is happening. No, not yet. These not troops? They are troops. What is going on? So it seems like King Heron is moving some of his troops around. But he doesn't seem to be at war at the moment. So I'm not sure why that is. My liege. Somebody may be strong-armed into supporting a faction that I support. Lord Vicon of the Pike. He doesn't like me very much, and he loves his liege. So no, we're not going to do that. Let's not go down this path. There's a new faction that has formed as well. Lord Lucas here of the Red Fork. He wants to lower Crown authority in the rivers. Anything that's bad for King Heron is going to be good for me. So I'm going to dive right into that faction. So Lord Walter of Deddington, who I've had my issues with, but is also my treasurer. He has invited me to participate in a tournament of knights. And I am a trained fighter, and it will gain me 5 prestige. So although I don't like Lord Walter, I don't distrust him. So a chance to prove my worth. So I have helped Lady Arsa and Lord Stevron talk out their differences, and that gets me 25 prestige. I'm up to quite a bit of prestige, 818. At the tournament, we're into the finals of the joust competition. Steady as she goes. We scored a direct hit. We've been knocked off our horse by Lord Arwen, who happens to be the captain of the fleet. So honestly, if I'm going to get beat, it should be by my generals. Glory to me still. I've gained 15 gold and 25 more prestige. There's always next time. Lose 10 prestige. I'm up to 851 with my prestige though. I think that's pretty good. So Lord Bowman has come to me for help. He wants to be Master of Laws as well. But that's my job. I like him more than I like King Heron. And we both hate King Heron. So I'm willing to be his friend. I'll help him out. Since me and Lord Bowman are such good friends, and we both hate our liege, and we both hate the Iron King, let's go ahead and help him plot to incite a revolt as well. I'm trying to get this thing kicked off. And there we are, our militia training ground has been built in Riverrun. So it seems the politics behind the war for the Riverlands is getting increasingly intense. The Independence faction is up to 35,000 men, almost 3 times that of the Iron King. But he has Crown Loyalists as well, who have 13,000, which is just about the size of his army. As I said, I'm trying to make it happen. A little bit of civil war. I think we're going to save it for next time. I'll make it happen myself if I need to. I'm ready to get these Ironborn out of here. I've had enough of them. We need our freedom, our independence. We're rivermen. Shaping up to be an interesting playthrough. For now, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur. This is Crusader Kings 2, A Game of Thrones. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and have a good night.